everybody, it's Lesley from Solar Creative Sewing Centers, and we are here with another one of my favorites. This is a circular sewing attachment. It has so many uses. We can use it just to sew in circles. We can create lots of different shapes with arcs and templates. There are different types of circular attachments for different machines. Make sure you're checking in and getting the correct circular sewing attachment to complement your sewing machine make and model, but they all kind of work in a similar fashion that we're somehow tacking our fabric down and it's spinning that base fabric to get those circular stitches. We can use this to quilt with. We can use this to create beautiful block designs or embellishment on quilt blocks that we have. You can use it with so many different decorative stitches and stitch techniques. I love to use my couching and yarn feet with these. It just gives it some really cool texture and effect. But you can also use this to create appliques. And today I'm going to show you how to use the circular attachment to create these fun little quilted coasters. I hope you enjoy. So we're going to talk about circular attachments. So they all may look similar. They're all going to function very similarly. That they will give you different size circles. You can use this to stitch any type of stitches, decorative stitches, quilting stitches in circles, all different kinds of fun things. But what else is really nice about some of these, there are additional templates that you can get. And with those templates, you can make different arcs and angles to create different types of shapes, not just circles. So you're not limited to just circles with a circular attachment in most instances. The circular attachment also gives you the ability to create circle appliques, which is really kind of nice. In the instance we're going to use this today, we're going to use it as a marker to cut the shape of a circle and finish the edge to make our very own Christmas coasters. You could make any type of coasters, just get some cute holiday fabric. This one is quilted, so here's another piece here. You can see that I've just quilted the fabric and I've cut it into squares to get it ready. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our circular attachment. This one hooks right into the plate. And we have what you see here, a push pin. The push pin is what's going to be allowing us to attach that to the circular attachment and for the fabric to spin freely. So I have my square of fabric. It's already pre-quilted. I have the front and the back there. I just want to find the center. So I'm just going to fold this little guy up so that I know approximately where the center is, and I'm going to stick my push pin into the center. For this particular instance, I'm just using a lightweight tearaway, light medium weight tearaway, and I'm just going to pin that there as well. From here on my circular attachment, I can slide this up and down. Some circular attachments are on a bar that will slide in and out behind your presser foot to give it a place where it's going to turn. They each will work a little bit differently, so you'll want to refer to the instructions for your circular sewing attachment. And on this particular one, I can set the size of my circle. I'm going to insert this push pin into the hole on the top of it. And then before I start stitching, I'm just going to kind of move this around to see that it's going to touch my fabric on all those areas. If I decided I want to make it a little bit bigger or smaller, I can do that by easily just moving that push pin slider to the right or to the left. Then I'm going to come to my machine and I'm going to select my sewing stitch. For this particular application, I'm just using a straight stitch because I'm just trying to create a circle. So once I've finished my straight line circle, I'm going to remove the fabric, the tearaway, and the pin all together. I'm going to leave that pin down in my fabric. And from here, I'm going to trim away all the fabric from the outside edge of that straight line I just created. I'm not cutting the stabilizer, only the fabric. So this would be the same step that you would be doing if you were creating an applique for something. You could layer up 2 pieces of fabric, sew the circle, and trim just the top fabric in a circle. Now my circle is all trimmed out and my stabilizer is all still in place. I'm going to reattach my push pin to my circular sewing attachment. And I'm going to change my sewing stitch from a straight stitch to a zigzag or a satin stitch. This particular satin stitch, I have it about 4 millimeters wide. You can adjust that and make it wider or more narrow, whatever works best for you. And I'm leaving my pin in the same place on my slot. I'm going to drop my presser foot and I'm going to begin to sew. Again, I'm letting the machine feed the fabric. So I'm not pushing or pulling this. It's going to do the satin stitch all around the outside edge. Now I have matched my top and bottom thread so that I have a nice pretty finish on the edge of my coasters. Now when I approach the start line with my end line, I'm just going to let it come right to the edge and overlap maybe a stitch or 2. I'm going to raise my presser foot. I'm going to remove the push pin and trim my thread. Here I'm just trimming up the threads from the back, my starts and finishes. I can remove this push pin and I'm just going to store it back in here. And from here, all I have to do, and you can start to see where that satin stitch perforated that tear away. I'm just going to tear into it and tear right along the edges. I still have my piece of tear away on the back side. So I'm just going to use my seam ripper. I'm just going to kind of score that open and do the same thing from the back side. Just tear it up to the edge and then pull it away. From here, the only step I have left is to press these nice and flat. So I hope everybody enjoyed seeing how the circular sewing attachment can do something besides just stitch decorative stitches in a circle. We can utilize it for some different functions, projects in the hoop, appliques, all that kind of fun stuff. I hope this gives you a quick gift idea for the holidays or for any time really. It's great when you're visiting others. So if you have any questions or want to see a circular attachment in person, come in and see us at one of the stores. Happy 15 days!